On va y aller tout de suite avec notre entrevue avec le champion du monde 2016 d'improvisation
Scynikal.
et un des hottest stand-up comics au Québec présentement. Non? Josh Clarke, mesdames et messieurs.
Yeah.
What's going on? You don't want to
Stay stay, man.
I'm not sitting on any couches right now, man. That's just
my God.
it's too traumatizing for me. You come somewhere to sit on the couch and talk to somebody about your feelings.
Oh my
It's
God.
too emotional.
Okay, sit down.
Let me
boss,
sit over here.
down.
Let me look at you in your eye. Look at you in your eye.
Alors pour nos auditeurs,
us, tell
Scynikal
us.
veut pas s'asseoir à côté de Billy sur le divan.
No, get a man his space. Like you want to sit down, I want to sit down too. I'm a big dude. I can't be on that little ass couch. Why don't y'all get a bigger couch?
So you
man?
want the couch for yourself?
No, I'm good.
Let's
good.
switch.
I'm
Let's
not gonna
switch.
sit on the couch by myself.
Yo, go ahead. Go
What the
ahead.
fuck
Yes,
am I doing?
go
I
ahead,
feel like
go ahead.
Escobar and shit
Come
on
on,
the
come
couch
on,
by
come on.
myself.
Go ahead.
Bon, fait que pour
Be
nos
careful,
auditeurs,
be careful.
il change de place. Scynikal va prendre le divan tout seul.
Yes.
Yes.
Et voilà.
Now I'm the doctor. Tell me about your problems.
Donc, pour les gens qui connaissent pas Scynikal, c'est un de nos bons rappeurs au Québec qui a fait la transition vers le stand-up comique, puis ça marche vraiment bien pour lui présentement. Donc, vraiment content de le recevoir. Il était déjà venu à l'émission? Is it your first time? Not your first
Il est venu
time.
plusieurs
Second
fois.
time.
Second time. Okay. You came after Switzerland, right?
Yes.
Exactly, man.
Après avoir gagné son titre.
So, talk a little bit about your experience at Switzerland, man.
That was a wonderful time. First of all, I just want to shout out to that shirt. Gangster Rap made me do it. That shit is wonderful, but it does not work in court, by the way. You can't use that shit. You can't use that shit when you think you need to. So I went out to Switzerland. It was a wonderful time, man. I mean, it was the first time I ever left the country. First time, on a plane. So it was a lot of firsts. I was with my wife at the time, too, and she was pregnant at the time. What I mean,
Yeah.
he's born now, now we're chilling. But at the time, she was pregnant, so we all went on the plane together, the three of us. He was inside. We smuggled him, and we went on the plane together, and we went to Switzerland. And honestly, the vibe out there is so crazy. It's so positive. It's so beautiful. And the hip-hop vibe within, the end of the week is like a family. It's like international family. Like, everybody's so connected. And as soon as you become a part of that, you're like a part of that. It's like for life. It's like NWO. Like, that shit is for life. EOW is for life, bro. Like, it's real, Like, you make so many connections internationally, Like.
No doubt. And then you came back to Montreal.
Yes.
Alors, peut-être traduire un peu. Ce que Josh vient de nous expliquer, c'est que c'était sa première fois qu'il sortait du pays. Il est allé en Suisse pour représenter le Québec dans le cadre d'une compétition d'improvisation rap où il a terminé premier. Et à ce moment-là, il est allé avec sa femme qui était enceinte. Et c'était une expérience vraiment magique pour lui. Et il a vraiment aimé ça. And then you came back to Montreal. And then you went to the I was about to say the White House. la ville.
Montreal got a White House?
Hôtel de ville,
yes,
exactement.
Hôtel de ville pour signer le livre d'or.
Yeah,
Avec le maire Coder.
Sign the
Back
golden
then.
book, sir?
It was Maire Coder.
France Benjamin. qui nous a
Franz
reçus.
Benjamin, yes.
So it's kind of a big deal for real.
That was amazing to be able to sign that book. And my family was there and everything, so it was really a blessed thing, to be able to do that. That's the greatest thing, apart from, meeting all the great people, that's probably the greatest thing that came out of the whole winning the world championship.
Donc, Scynikal, après d'être venu de la Suisse, a eu la chance de signer le livre d'or de la ville, de l'hôtel de ville de Montréal. Et comme il dit, ça a été une expérience. Sa famille était là, son père était là, son frère, sa petite famille, sa femme, ses enfants. C'était vraiment une expérience incroyable. And now you're in full mode into stand-up.
Yeah.
You stop rapping?
I
What's
didn't
going
stop.
on?
No, I never stopped rapping. You know that.
I know.
I never stopped rapping. I just right now I'm with the band Urban Science. We do shows Thursday nights, bootlegger. I co-host with them, freestyle rap the whole night. You know, that last night on my birthday, I headlined the show, did 20 minutes of comedy, and then I rapped after. That was all freestyle.
That was crazy.
So, like, that's what I do now. Is like it's just freestyle. You know, we was at the jazz festival last year in the street, rapping with kids with a megaphone, all freestyle, not swearing or anything like that. So, when it comes to rap, I can freestyle rap. I'm not working on any albums.
Exactly, yeah.
I'm not writing anything. I still haven't really written a decent verse. I mean, I tried to write a couple of verses recently, and then they pissed me off. So I moved on because like I'll get 2 lines in, and I'm just not satisfied with my shit. Like when I freestyle, I rap from the heart. When I write, I rap from the mind usually, and especially I've written over like 300 songs easily. So and it gets to a point now where it's like I'm just sick of writing and memorizing words. Like it's driving me nuts.
Is it the reason why you stopped battling also? Yeah,
definitely. A large part of it, you know. The battle rap it's like doing 3 songs when you go out there non-stop on camera. You can't make any mistakes, no breath, no pauses.
Yeah.
Like it's insane and it's all negative. The whole thing. You don't have time to be like, "Oh, it was a great day today." They'll be like, "Fuck you and your mother." And you know, I hope you die. And the whole time, it's insane, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, and now you're the best of the world. You have nothing to prove.
Well, I won 6 of those, and then I retired because I got bored.
Exactement.
Because you just get meaner and meaner, right? That's all there is to it. You just get mean. Then you turn into Brock Lesnar, and then you start to just want to hurt people, you know. And it's insane, bro. It's not, no.
Donc, ce que Josh nous raconte, c'est que il a pris une pause sur l'écriture. Il prévoit pas sortir d'album. Il trouve que le processus juste d'écrire, il est tanné d'écrire, donc c'est pour ça qu'il préfère faire de l'improvisation. Et je lui ai parlé de sa période aussi. Josh, c'est un battle rapper et qui est invaincu au King of the Dot. Et lui, il trouve que justement, ça prenait trop de son temps. Puis ça le rendait aigri à chaque fois. Il devait être plus méchant chien après chaque battle. Donc c'est pour ça qu'il a pris une pause là-dessus. So what's coming up next for you right now?
Right now, I mean...
Are you going to the States or...
Hell yeah, I'm getting the hell out of here, man. Are you out your mind?
Yo.
The second I get a ticket, I'm the fuck out of here. You know I got my passport. Man, we can talk about that. You know, I'm trying to get the hell out of here, man. My dad lived in New York for a long time. He lived in Harlem and stuff. He spent a lot of time in New York. He's been telling me for years, like, yo, you need to get the hell out of here.
Nice.
So for me, it's like, yes, I know, I must, and we'll get out of here. And everybody runs to Toronto. I love Toronto. Don't get me wrong. I love Toronto. But Toronto's like, it's kind of like a gateway to where you're trying to go. Like, you go to Toronto, you got to put yourself in the Toronto community, and that's a large community already. And now you're a Montreal dude trying to get shine on the Toronto community, blah, blah, blah. People may or may not like you. I'm not trying to deal with all of that. I love Toronto. I'm trying to go out there, do shows. I'll go to Ottawa. I went out to Gatineau, thanks to my man Dominique Porter.
Yes.
You know, Hope and Mike. That show's coming back, right? You bring it back? Dude, we're going to France, superstar over here. Going to France. So, but that was a great show. Like, I love being able to go do comedy in different places.
Yeah.
You know?
You just mentioned Dominic. Do you feel you guys are like the only hip-hop stand-up comic in the game right now?
We're not. I know that for a fact that we're not. Yeah.
Ouais, mais Eddie King, il me semble que ça fait longtemps qu'il a pris une pause là-dessus.
Ouais, mais tu vois, moi, by the way, là, Josh, là, c'est le gars le plus humble au monde. Là. You're like too fucking humble, but yo, you're fucking killing it in comedy, man.
Man, I don't know what this guy's talking about.
Non, pour vrai, sérieusement, il a commencé le stand-up beaucoup avant moi,
Appreciate
quand même, peut-être un an avant moi, puis il est vraiment, vraiment fort. J'ai booké sur mes shows que j'avais à Gatineau. Premièrement, je n'avais pas de Gatineau, je suis un gars de P9, OK? Mais il est fucking tête pour de vrai. Puis c'est clair que Josh, he's gonna fucking make it in comedy, for sure.
Oh, man, thanks, man. I appreciate that, man.
Donc, est-ce qu'il y a d'autres noms de rappers qui sont...
You know what? What's his name? Vance Michelle is a comic, also a rapper goes by the name of Vito Blaze. And another comic named Jeremy Ullman is also a rapper, goes by P. Senna. So both of these guys are rappers. They both rapped with me at Le Cypher on St. Laurent at the Bootlegger Bar on Thursday night, huh?
They're from Murderface? Or?
No, they're both comics, though.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both comics. They're doing their thing. I don't know. I think you probably have most likely you met Vance. I don't know if you met Jeremy, but you definitely met Vance. Like, you know Vance. So you'll see him, you'll be like, okay.
Mais on peut s'entendre pour dire que Eddie King, c'est le premier. Rapper, stand-up.
Premier, ouais, j'imagine. Mais tu sais, il a pas fait beaucoup de rap, à moins que je me trompe. Là.
Plus des featuring. Là.
Ok, cool. Ouais, c'est un des premiers. Puis fucking nice, Eddie King, pour le reste.
Hey, Vinny Comic.
Sérieusement, en humour, là, je te dirais, juste en humour québécois, le 3/4 des humoristes ont déjà fait de la musique. C'est pas du hip-hop, mais la musicalité du stand-up, ça paraît, puis c'est vraiment plus facile, je crois. Comme quand Josh arrive sur un stage, tu vois qu'il y a un flow. Moi, j'arrive sur un flow. Les premières choses que le monde me disait, c'est yo, t'as une musicalité dans ton stand-up et tout. Puis tu vois que ça fait vraiment une différence. Pour
How do you prepare your sets?
My man, peace out, dude. All the best in France and stuff, man. Like, wow, that's big things. How do I prepare my sets? See, this is the crazy thing. Mm-hmm. I try to write them down. You're supposed to write them down like a normal human being is supposed to. So I try to write them down. I write most of them down, but what I do for the most part is I tell a lot of true stories. So I do more rehearsing than anything else. Once I'll actually come up with my set, I'll make sure it's timed properly, make sure it's the right length of time, like whether I'm going too fast or slowing down, make sure that the timing is proper. And then I'll just do that over and over and over and over again out loud by myself. I never really run any of it by anybody.
It's actually
so
smart.
you freestyle it.
Not really. Not really.
It's just a true story.
Yeah, it's a true story, but some of it is not. So like, I'll make sure I write down key points, like to write down the whole everything word for word. Like yesterday, I was going to go to just to write those words out. I realized it can take me like 2 hours to write out like a 10-minute set, like a 20-minute set. It could take me like hours writing it out, or like typing it out maybe half the time. But a lot of times, I have a hard time coming up with my set before the show. So most of my sets I come up with within the last 48 to 72 hours before the show.
You like stress, huh?
No, I don't know. I have a hard time. You know what it is? I have a hard time creating before like that point where it's like the pressure is on at the same time. I've spoken to a lot of other creative people. A lot of artists tell me they're the same way. They're like, yo, I have a hard time. It's like me too. Like only the day of the shit, I come up with my like what I want to do. Like people are like I don't know. It's just a thing, man. I'm not the only one.
Ce que Josh vient de nous dire, c'est que lui écrit vraiment. Il aime faire de l'improvisation et mettre les grandes lignes sur papier, mais il écrit jamais son stand-up au complet. Donc, il laisse la place à
l'improvisation. Never, sometimes. Des fois, mais ça prend du temps.
Tu laisses la place pour de l'improvisation, dans le fond,
oui, ça aussi. Mais ça prend du temps. Mais je veux pas, mais des fois, j'écris tout le... Mais j'ai des enfants. C'est difficile.
You get a life, man.
Yeah, my daughter's like, what are you doing? I'm in the kitchen writing by myself like a weirdo. And my daughter will tell me, why are you being a weirdo, Dad? She'll tell me, like, I can't be doing that shit. So sometimes it's hard to write all of it out,
Were you a huge stand-up fan?
Yeah, since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, for sure.
Who were your influences?
George Wallace was my first favorite comic, I think.
Shit.
I would say as a kid. As a kid, I remember being conscious of George Wallace and Rodney Dangerfield before anybody else. I just remember them being funny. And then I learned later on about like Eddie Murphy and everybody else after, Richard Pryor, all that shit. I would say probably my favorite, honestly, if I give it some thought, is probably Chris Rock. Yeah, for me personally. Everybody's got their own reasons.
You give me a feel of Patrick O'Neill.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, you know. Bernie Mac also, rest in peace also. You got that delivery.
Bernie Mac is crazy with the delivery. That guy is one of my favorite for real of all time, and that guy, rest in peace for sure.
Okay. So if we want to get in touch with you, how can we do it?
I'm on the everything, man. You can catch me on the Facebook. You can catch me on the Instagram. I'm on all of the different social media networks.
Yeah, Decipher.
I'm at Decipher. I'm going to be there this Thursday. I'm going to be there.
Before you leave, give us a story or something.
Okay, I'll tell you a little story. Because you said you wanted to talk about multiculturalism in Montreal.
Yeah.
Montreal is such a multicultural place that if you want to know where somebody's from, you should just come out and ask the person where they're from. You shouldn't, you know what I mean? Just come out and say, hey, man, where are you from? Where are you born? Ask them a direct question. I gave you a story recently. A restaurant's not too far from here, believe it or not. I go to this restaurant, this Lebanese place. I walk in. Now I'm feeling for a shish taouk and a shawarma. So I get myself, I'm like, can I get the shish taouk and the shawarma? He's like, all right. I'm like, cool. He starts to make the food, and then immediately he says something. He's a Lebanese dude. He says something to me in Creole. Now, I didn't know it was Creole, okay? The reason why I knew it was in Creole is because he was like, c'est Creole. I'm like, okay. He was like, t'as pas compris? I'm like, no. He's like, va demander tes amis vont te dire. You know, like, go ask your friends, they'll tell you. And I'm like, okay. And then he goes, I swear to God, direct quote, Haïtien, no? Haïtien, no? Nothing else. Those 2 words. Haïtien, no? I'm like, I'm not Haitian. So immediately, my response is, no. And then he goes, Africain. I go, well, technically, yeah. But no, not really, you know? And I swear to God, the guy got mad. He started yelling, what, man, vous voulez do? Ooh. He starts yelling, ooh. I thought he was going to turn into a fucking gorilla. Ooh. This guy starts yelling, and I'm like, Caraïbe. He's like, quel pays ça, Caraïbe? Quel pays ça, Caraïbe? I'm like, because my dad's from Antigua. So I go, Antigua. He goes, quel pays ça, Antigua? Je connais pas ce pays, Antigua. So now I'm fucking mad, right?
You pissed.
But I don't like being an asshole, right? Because I got kids. I like to be smooth with my bullshit. Now, I'm no longer hungry because the anger has taken over the hunger, right? So I don't... Yeah. So I don't need the food no more. But here's a lesson for anybody working in the food service industry. When somebody walks into your restaurant and they order food to go, charge them for the food
first
before you start to put the meal together. Because Mr. Haitiano did not charge me for the food, and he's mixing the tabbouleh and the hummus and everything all together, and I'm knowing that plate is all mixing together. So I'm like, how do I get the fuck out of here and not be an ultra asshole? And I'm like, I'm going to fake a phone call. And I swear to God, I pull out my phone. I was like, I took my phone in my head. I was like, huh? I was like, allô? Oui? OK, un instant, attends. I go, un instant, j'ai un appel d'urgence. He goes, no problem. He says, I'm going to continue making your food. I said, you go right ahead. And I left the fucking restaurant. Yeah. And the moral of the story is, you ask somebody if they're Haitian. You don't go, Haitien, no. You go, excusez-moi, êtes-vous Haitien, monsieur? Or some shit along those lines. Don't be a rude piece of shit. You were raised better than that, you know? But Montreal's a really multicultural city, so you got to be careful with that shit. You can't just assume, like, I have black people do this shit to me all the time. A Haitian dude on the bus got mad at me. Wifey knows more French than me. She had to defend me. He was like, how are you going to deny your Haitian heritage? How dare you deny your Haitian heritage? And I told my nigga RPW, man. There's another comic in the city. I told him that story. He was like, yeah, but you look Haitian, dog.
Yeah, true that.
He's like, you do. I'm like, God damn, I can't escape the shit, you know. So,
Mesdames et messieurs, Joshua Clarke.